Alright guys, seriously, I've tried to record this video. This is the 4th time, and I left my fan on the last one. It was creating like a hurricane sound in the background. So, you know, as cool as it sounded, I don't think it was conducive for an awesome video. This one isn't really an educational video. I just wanted to welcome you guys to McWicked's Survival Society. You know, tell you guys to contribute if you can. You know, be a part of the group. Don't just, you know, click on the group option on the side of the page or something and then decide that what you see isn't interesting and then click right back off of it. Post something, leave some knowledge, you know what I mean? You know, we all learn from each other. That's how we evolve, that's how we grow spiritually. And yes, I said evolve. Ooh, the big terrible word. I don't mean evolve physically. You know, like we're going to grow gills or some craziness and be able to breathe underwater. I mean spiritually evolve, because that's exactly what we're doing here on this earth. Our experiences you know, help us grow spiritually more and more and more, and we become better from our experiences and learning from our experiences and applying knowledge that we learn. So anyway, it's a pretty cool process either way. Like I said, I just wanted to welcome you guys to the group, explain there is an event that I did post on here that's set for the end of September. It is a survival training camping trip. I'm kind of be training myself as well as other people. We're just going to be kind of learning together. I've got some great survival books that I spent a few bucks on that are awesome. They teach you how to build snares and the whole ball of wax. So I'm trying to learn from that myself right now, and then we're going to apply some of the techniques on the trip. It's 7 days from the 23rd to the 30th of September. It's going to be down in Mammoth Cave National Park in southeastern Kentucky, west of the Appalachian Mountains, and which is an awesome site. You have no idea. It's like 25 miles of backcountry camping or hiking trails into really super rustic camping sites. There's only like 8, I think. I do have a GPS unit, so I can mark those campsites on the GPS unit, and we can find those pretty easily. If not, God, we might actually have to use a topo map, but I'm going to have one of those as well, with all the locations mapped out, and I got a few compasses in my backpack, so, you know, we'll hand out some topo maps and some compasses. That way, if any of us get separated from each other, we'll at least know where we're going, you know, because obviously each camp is going to be the meeting place. So, yeah, this is real business, you know. We're going to be dropped for a week, and it's going to be like Survivor Man stuff. So, you know, you're just going to have your backpack, so hopefully you pack all the right stuff. If not, you know, hopefully somebody else pack the right stuff, and they'll be willing to share. And then hopefully, you know, get separated and lost out in the wilderness all by yourself, because you might die. Boo. Well, you know, I like that fact. I like the factor of the, you know, you might get lost. You have to find your own food, fish for your own food, catch your own food, cut your own food, cook your own food. You know, that's how man started in this world. And we've gotten so freaking fat and lazy from technology and making things so simple for us that, you know, going down to McDonald's is the best way to get some meat, instead of going out with a snare or a gun or a bow and catching it yourself and remembering how to cook it, you know. I don't know. That's just my perspective. You know, I really think that we're losing some of the human spirit with all this technology, and getting back to nature and really experiencing it the way that our ancestors did. I think it's super important, you know. So, and to me, I think it's going to be great. I mean, just the fact that you might, you know, not find food, you might get lost. I mean, just that fear factor by itself is just super exhilarating. I mean, how many things in life can you say you've done where that factor is out there, you know? I guess I'm a bit of a thrill seeker, but to me, that's what life's all about, man. If everything was guaranteed, and, you know, I was afraid that I was going to die, or afraid I was going to get lost, or afraid I was going to be here tomorrow, I'd never leave the house. Anything could happen. You can get in a car accident the second you get to the first stoplight, and somebody decides they don't like stoplights, and they're driving a semi-truck, and you're the one going to the intersection. You're dead. So, you know, as far as I'm concerned, that's what life's all about, is taking risks, and I want to have some that I can actually plan for, train for, and, you know, give somebody a high five when I get back on that 7th day and be like, dude, man, we own that wilderness. But anyways, so where we're going again, it's Mammoth Cave National Park. It's like 25 miles of backcountry camping and backpacking, and then also it's right on top of a 350-mile cavern system. That is the biggest cavern system in the world, the absolute biggest. And, you know, it's, yeah, some of them are really commercialized cavern sites, and I don't really care for them myself. I mean, they're big and huge and cool, but they've commercialized them to the point where there's like doors to get in. You know, it's not like a big cave entrance where you go in and it's all you know, weird, but no, it's like doors and stuff, so that's pretty lame. So I'm hoping that maybe we can come across some cavern systems of our own, and you know, we can mark those on the map and not tell anybody about them. It'll be our freaking cave, whatever. Anyways, so reason that we're going on the 23rd of September, and that's the drop date. That's when we're going to be actually there and dropped onto into the wilderness ourselves. Is because there are some comets heading into the solar system here for the next 45 days, which comets entering the solar system by itself is not, you know, weird by any means. It happens all the time. But these few comets actually have some pretty special trajectories that put them in positions to where we can actually call them NEOs. And if you're not familiar with the acronym NEO, it means Near Earth Object. And a Near Earth Object, as far as the White House, NASA, and other government agencies are concerned, are big problems, and they need to be addressed. And a lot of people say that the whole point of martial law and the different contingency plans that the United States government has been putting into place for the last 20 years are all because they know these things were coming and they want to have some kind of course of action via FEMA camps, police state, you know, 20,000 American troops being brought back to United States soil and left active duty to patrol the streets. Yeah, that kind of shit. So anyway, to me, there's no such thing as a coincidence. Sorry. So, you know, when I start seeing the signs, that obviously is pointing towards something happening, and I'd rather, you know, be in a safer position. And I'll explain the safe position. As far as tsunamis, we are pretty close to the East Coast, you know, only a state and a half away, 2 states. So if any tsunamis come in from the Canary Islands, which they're talking about, that big ass volcano out there that could like rip the island in half and send a 300-foot to 1,000-foot tsunami wave barreling toward the United States East Coast, that would still be like somewhere in and around 50 to 100 feet tall when it finally met the Appalachian Mountains, and the Appalachian Mountains could actually stop it, and we'll be on the west side of the Appalachians, so we'll be safe. Any kind of crazy asteroid activity, meteorites, stuff like that, coming to the Earth, there's a cavern system under our feet, and we can definitely dive underground, get subterranean, and, you know, hide for a while. Nuclear war, maybe crazy ash clouds from Yellowstone and its super volcano, whatever kind of chaos happens from then. You know, anyway, it's just, to me, I think it's a perfect spot. And it also, you know, scientists are predicting that the equator, actually, with the way the pole's moving right now, the equator could end up being right through the Midwest, right through Kentucky. So who knows, man? We'll be like in some Ecuador climates. So either way, you know, I just picked those dates, man. Just to better be safe than sorry. You know, God willing, nothing happens at all, and it's just a super cool vacation where we learn a little bit of survival training and come home and get back to the daily grind and headed down our journeys, our separate journeys of success, whatever that might be for you. But, you know, in case, you know, some craziness does happen, which, you know, that is the 26th of September is an alignment date where Elenin actually passes between Earth and the Sun. You know, on every other alignment date for the last, you know, within 2011, something catastrophic has happened. Fukushima, alignment date. Chilean earthquake, alignment date. So we can't ignore these things. When you start to see things like that, when it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, sometimes you have to just to admit that it's a freaking duck. There's a couple other comets of interest, Comet Honda and Comet Levi. Those are both going to be NEOs. They're considered NEOs. Actually, Honda is supposed to come even closer to the Earth, 0.0305 AUs, which is pretty doggone close as far as comets are concerned. But its overall mass is only, its overall diameter is only like 1.5 kilometers. You know, it's like almost a mile wide. You know, so that could have a big impact on the Earth. But and Levi, I don't know much about that one. But do yourself a favor, go on Google, type in those names. And search, if you want, search the scientific names of those comets, and then you can take that scientific name and type it into the NASA database, and it'll hopefully you can get to a JPL orbital diagram, and you can actually watch the progression of the comet's orbit itself, and you can see for yourself how close it gets to the Earth, which is pretty creepy, and it'll probably give you goosebumps. But, you know, we're not here to be afraid. We're here to be proactive and do something, you know. So anyway, I just want to reiterate, contribute to the page, contribute to the group, contribute to your friends and family, share the truth, spread the truth, wake people up, and get them prepared to protect their families if necessary. People should just do that anyways. But look up as much info as you can on Comet Elenin. Look it up. I'm serious. Comet Elenin. C-O-M-E-T space E-L-E-I-N-I-N. Comet Elenin. Look it up because there's a lot of info on it. And the really creepy thing is there's not hardly anything coming out over the major media streams like CNN, nothing. Fox News, nothing. MSNBC, nothing. CBS, NBC, ABC, nothing. I mean, Associated Press. Dude, there's just nothing. You know what I mean? It's like almost a total media blackout, and that's right there is super creepy. I mean, you know, so you got to just kind of make your own assumptions as far as that's concerned. Everything that we're hearing on Comet Elenin right now is speculative, and that's what's really creepy to me. It's like, you spent billions of dollars on these state-of-the-art satellites and spacecraft and all this craziness that we're sending up on these shuttles, and then to not even have any real definitive data on a comet that is close to the Earth that could impact the Earth or screw up the orbit or something like that, and we can't definitively say it is or isn't going to do that. And that's just pretty much unacceptable to me. So that means that they're probably hiding the information because they don't want the masses to get all freaked out and start withdrawing all their money from banks and buying guns, which I probably should be doing. But y'all know that I've got 99 million felonies on my record, so in the state of Illinois you can't own a firearm. Legal one anyway. But anyways, let's not even go down that road. I just appreciate you guys watching the video. Thanks for listening to me go on and on and on like usual. I'll try to make my videos shorter like I always promise, but I can't guarantee it. So love you guys a lot, man. Take care of yourselves, educate yourselves. Talk to you soon. Deuces.